Yo, what's going on, Team Tweedie? I hope you're all super well. Welcome to episode, let me get this up real quick, I just had it, episode 45, wow, this is crazy, of hashtag AskTweedie, the football show where you guys send in your football related questions. One of you guys said get this on Anchor so that it can go on iTunes podcasts, it can go on Spotify, SoundCloud. I've looked into that before, I've just never really done it. And that's something I want to do in the future. I have these guys working for me, they know who they are. You guys will see them soon, and I want to get that set up and going over the next couple of days so that you don't have to come to YouTube to watch it if you don't want to. You can listen to it on the bus. At the end of the day, this is just for me to give you guys as much value as possible. It gets nowhere near the amount of views as my other videos does, but look, like I always say, if I can help one of you, two of you, it's my day made. So to kick it off, every episode we do 3 questions. If you want to leave your questions down in the comments below, that is the best way to do it. Then I copy and paste them onto this Word document, which is sitting right here. If it's a more personal question and you don't want everyone to see your name, send it to me in my Instagram messages and I will try to get to it. But you're more likely to get onto the Word document if you leave it on YouTube. So just make a fake YouTube account and leave the comment. Anyway, first question we are going to go with is, don't you think uploading and analysing your videos visible for everyone on YouTube makes you very predictable for your opponents because they can study your moves, etc.? Yes and no. I think at the end of the day, there is so much footage of Messi and, well, any of these top players, and you never really know what anyone is going to do in a game of football. You can kind of work out trends and you can do your best with that, but you're never going to be able to go, Sheldon loves going inside, so we are going to show him the line. Okay, show me the line. I love using my left foot as well. Show me inside. Okay, I love cutting in on my right foot as well. If I'm playing in the middle, force me one way. Cool, I can use both feet. So I'm not fussed in that. There's nothing that they can really do. I was actually, against the recent game against Mossman, which was Reg's team, I spoke to Reg today, and he said that I was a targeted player, that they targeted me, they tried to mark me, I was part of their halftime team talk. They said, as a team, the coach said to them, their winger is the threat and we need to shut him down. So when he gets on the break, you need to go through him. You cannot let him get past. So I was really considered someone that could be a threat to their team, which is cool. And they tried to shut me down, but they couldn't. I should have scored more in the second half than the first. But I think at the end of the day, it's like saying, you know, like stop a player from going forward by showing them the line. Football is such a complex sport that if you show a player the line, there are so many different options that you can do. I'd almost like someone to watch my videos, try and see what I'm going to do, and then try to like almost see what's going to happen in the game. And look, I don't think it's going to really affect my performance. If they want to do that, that's cool. I've had a couple of people in this league who actually know who I am and do watch my videos, and I watched something on Daniel Azanin the other day, and I'll say this in a vlog sometime soon as well because it's so important. He said half the time the battle with the defender, because he plays as a winger, he plays for the Australian national team, he's 19 years old, he said half the time the battle with the fullback is won before the game is even started. So him, by saying that, it's almost they look at him and go, I'm up against Arzani this week, man, that guy is just a freak. And that's kind of the mindset I want my defender to be in before I've even gone on the field. So if they watch my YouTube videos, hopefully they're seeing I'm scoring these goals, I'm beating players, and now he's in the mindset going, man, this is going to be tough. And so by that, he's just not going to want to know, he's not going to know what to do. So that's one benefit. Like, there's tons of others, but I think, you know, if they want to try and study me, I'll go for it. That's all I'm going to say. Second question, how do you deal with a goal drought? Now, I had a massive goal drought in, I forget what it was. If you guys followed me through England, Crawley Town, you'll know, I think it was when I came back from my injury, I couldn't score goals. Goalkeeping, shooting training, game training, I just didn't score. I scored maybe a goal, but it was a lucky goal here and there. I was not scoring, and so many times I'd get the ball and I'd finish and miss. Now, I think the confidence really came back when I took my mind off it, and because, yeah, it's a mental thing. So what happened to fix my goal drought throughout the training sessions was my goalkeeper was a mate of mine, and he could have saved my shot, but he let it go in, and I didn't really realise at the time. I was just so stoked that I scored. And so he did that to build my confidence up. It was an amazing thing. Gio, if you're watching again, thank you for that. Like, keepers, if your teammate's having a goal drought, help him out. But you can't really say that. I can't say to Gio, wait, let me score this one just to get my confidence up, because it doesn't work like that. Now, you need to just not think about it, as hard as that is, and focus on playing the game. And the more you think about, I missed that goal, I missed that goal, I missed that goal, the next time you get in a close position or before you take a shot, you're going to be thinking, I missed the last one, I need to score this one. And then you'll miss that one and you go, I need to score this one, I need to score this one. So focus on the present moment at hand. And I think also on top of that, try to think about the fact that we're all human. You watch Messi, if you really watch Messi, who is considered one of the best players in the world, you will see that he misses goals as well. And like, sure, he scores a lot, but that's because he's one of the greatest, but he misses. And I think we all miss, but we kind of, it's 100% a mental thing. How can you fix it? You can find the benefits, maybe. That's something you could look into, of missing the goals. I don't think that would be super effective. I would, like, the biggest thing is just work on it. And on top of that, focus, like I said just before, so a lot of likes, wow, like counter. Focus on the present moment at hand, which is what's in front of you. But on top of that, if you're shooting, if you're in a goal drought, you need to be getting out to the park, practicing your shooting more than your other stuff. Because if you're a goal drought, you're probably a winger, striker, or a 10, and you need to be scoring. So get out there and work. You see me, I work so hard on my shooting, especially at Crawley. I come back, it's no coincidence that I'm scoring hat-tricks, doubles, goal. It's just how it goes. When you put the work in, you're going to get results. And I think sometimes, for example, maybe this season, I might step off and I might miss a couple of games without a goal, but you can't think about it. You need to put in the forefront of your mind that you need to be winning games for the team. I think that's one really good point as well. Try and think about the team winning rather than you scoring goals, and then you scoring the goal will be secondary. And yeah, if you're focusing on the team winning, then the goals aren't like at the front of your mind. So when you get in front of goal, you're thinking, I want to score to win this game, not I want to score to build my confidence up, if that makes sense. I hope I helped you. Sorry, first question came in from Bonus. Second one, that was from Evan Hughes. The last and final question is, now I'm not sure if we've had this one before, maybe. What do you think the best way to go pro is? Professional club academies, small academies, looking for trials, or a more American way, going to university, getting drafted or scouted? That comes in from Xander Cleaves. I think the MLS, going to college, is something I want to touch on in the future. I want to do a video with Matt on that because I have big opinions on the draft and that college system. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail because I could really talk a lot about that and go in depth rather than just brushing over it. What do I think the best way to go pro is? Like I said to everyone, it depends on your situation. For someone that lives in England, it's probably trying to get into a professional academy. If you live in America, maybe it is to go through college. If you live in Australia, it's probably trying to get into an NPL team to then get into a A-League NPL team and then build your way into the youth league team. If you're in China, I don't know the system in China, but a lot of people go who are 14, 15, 16, they go, I want to move to England. Now, that's something that you can't really ask me. If you and your family think it's right for you to move to England, sure, go for it. I tell you what, I think England at the younger age groups is probably better than Australia because it's more developed over there. You have to look at the professional leagues. We have one professional league, they have 4 or 5. And, you know, that just means more opportunity. But as well as that, there's more competition. So, look, the best way to go pro, there really isn't a single best way to go pro. It just, do you have the financial capabilities? For example, me right now, I'm leaning towards Australia being the best way for me to go pro right now. Would I have been saying that 6 months ago? No way. I think you have to look at your connections, where most of your connections, where the best connections you have. So if someone's saying, Sheldon, like I get messages all the time saying, Sheldon, I'm not sure what to do, I want to go pro, where's the best place? And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know how much money you have. I don't know if your parents are willing to move across the world. I don't even know how good you are. I don't know, what's another thing? I don't know what club you're at now. I don't know the system in your country. If you're from America, I don't know anything about these varsity or high school teams. I don't want to know about it because I'm past that, and maybe in the future I want to know. But like, you need to assess your own situation and take it for that. There's no point asking me. There's no point asking anyone else. If you're an Australian and you live in Sydney, even then, I won't be able to tell you unless you told me your financial situation, whether you're able to move, and some other stuff. But still, I can't be making these decisions for you, and there isn't a single best way. There are some that are better, but like I always say, at the end of the day, this is what I tell everyone. If you're a gold brick, no one's going to look over you. And I think that is a true, 100% true thing to an extent. I think, for example, if I put myself as a gold brick in this Wakehurst League, do I think I will get scouted into a Manly United or higher level? Most likely not. Now, if I put myself as a gold brick in the Manly United level, which is a 1-up, do I think I'll get scouted into the A-League? 100%, because it's a gold brick, literally a gold brick, the best player in that league. I will get scouted into the A-League. So there is levels to it, and that's why it's so difficult. So I don't know. I've seen a lot of players who are gold bricks at the under-16s level, and they get pushed up. So that's the biggest thing, man. You need, like, there's no point trying to wriggle your way through to just get into the pro scene. You need to be a good player, and if you're honest with yourself, first off, you need to think, am I good enough to go pro? Yes or no? And if you are, work harder. If you're not, okay, cool. Can you work hard enough to become a pro? Yes or no? Or can you work hard enough to become a pro? And that's where you really need to be honest and go, look, I'm a decent player. If I put the work in, I don't think I'm going to get there. And look, pro football is not for everyone. Maybe you end up being a great semi-pro player, a great amateur player. I think some people think it's entitled that they should get a pro contract. By no means do I think I'm entitled to a pro contract. I'm just trying to put myself out there to try and get that pro contract. And do I think by the amount of time I put behind it, I should have a pro contract? No way. I think, you know, you got to be good. You have to serve a role for the team that is trying to sign you or you're playing for. And, you know, that's all I want to say. Ran over. Yeah, episode 45, done. Is it 45? Let me check. Yeah, 45. 3 questions. Make sure you leave them down in the comments below. Team Tweedie, I'm concluding this video. I got the Australian World Cup game on. Actually, it would have only happened a couple of hours ago because this one goes up tomorrow morning. So Team Tweedie, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're around here. Join the hashtag AskTweedie family. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.